Hey, everybody. How are you? Awesome. So it's really nice to be here tonight. We'll give it a few more minutes just to lag behind, give everybody a chance to get on. It looks like we got about 13 so far, but I know quite a few more are joining. So first of all, we wanted to say hello and welcome. Welcome to the live feed here. We're really excited about the hotel party this weekend. I think it's going to be a really good time.
I agree. No, super excited. So we're kind of finishing up any of the kind of our last minute touches for the weekend. So hopefully you guys will be ready to have a great time, as will we.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really terrific time. So we'll just give it a minute or two long before we start getting into the meat of things. We know there's a lot of people that have questions and want to make sure they get answered. So if you have questions there, just put them in the comments. We'll make sure to get them answered as we go. If you want to watch your
Yep, I
phone,
sure
just
will.
in case, so we know kind of who it is.
Yeah.
Right.
We have this awesome new system, right, that allows us to do all of the things, but it doesn't tell us who is asking the question. It gives us the feed, but doesn't tell us who it is. So sometimes that's helpful.
Right. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get into things. So first of all, we want to welcome people that have never been to a hotel takeover before, right? So I know a number of people have reached out to me and shared that they're kind of intimidated by it, excited, but also intimidated because they just don't know what to expect, right? So the first thing we'd like to do is go over what should you expect at a hotel takeover, right? And so the first thing I'd say is that a hotel takeover is one of the best things that you can do, mainly because it can be everything you want it to be, no more, no less, right? So do you want to?
Yeah. So for those of you that know me, know that I love people, but when I'm done peopling, I'm done peopling, or I at least need a break, right? So hotel takeovers are fantastic for me because when I want to go and socialize and hang out and have fun with everyone, I can. When I need a little bit of a break or I need a snack, I can go back into the room and close the door and relax for a little bit. Or, so you can party in the hallway with everyone. You can go back to your room with a small group of people. If you just need to decompress and take a nap, you can do that. So hotel takeovers are great because it can be all of that. You don't have to be in the middle of 300 people all at the same time.
Right. And so when you're done, you're done. Go back to your room, shut the door, be done. Take a nap. And if you decide you want to come back out, come back and do it, right? So one of the unique things about our takeovers that we're doing is from now on at every hotel takeover, we're going to have courses and workshops as well as part of them. So we'll talk about that here in a minute. But then also, the hotel parties, the actual floor party is pretty exciting. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at the schedule first for the particular, for the party, and we'll kind of go over it a little bit at a time. So. All right, so here's the schedule for the event, okay? So the first thing is 3 to 9 o'clock is going to be check-in. Shannon does have some surprises for you guys there at check-in as well. Not only is there going to be VIP gift bags for this event for all of those that are VIP, but there will also be a gift and whatnot for everybody, actually, that's coming as well. So we've added a little bit there that I think you guys are going to be pretty excited about. One thing that I will mention here is that we've got a pretty wide window to check in from 3 o'clock all the way till 9. First of all, do not try to check in before 3 o'clock. That's with us, and that's also with the hotel.
Right.
The hotel will not allow you to check in till 3 o'clock, period. Now, there are some of you that are coming in the night before. That's obviously different, right? But if you are not checking in on Friday, nobody will be allowed to check in until 3 o'clock and get into their rooms. That's something that a stipulation the hotel has put out.
Yeah, and for those of you that have been to our hotel takeovers before, a lot of obviously we're kind of at the mercy of the hotel. Some of them are very strict about certain guidelines. Some are a little more flexible. For example, this one allowed some of their guests to add additional guests or change names on room reservations. Most of the hotels have not allowed us to do that.
Right.
So there are some pros and cons, obviously, to working with each hotel. But this one, they will not allow you to check in before 3 o'clock. But we will also be there in the lobby, ready to check you guys in at the same time, and kind of give you the schedule and explain everything that's happening throughout the rest of the evening.
All right. And the other thing I want to mention on that is keep in mind, like I said, we have a pretty wide window for check-in. It's between 3 and 9 o'clock. That means past 9 o'clock, if you show up after 9, you will not be admitted, period. Nobody will be admitted after 9. For that matter, there will be nobody at the front to check you in, except for security to kindly ask you to leave if that's the case, right? So we've made sure there's a very large window. Everybody should be able to hit that, okay? So let's just make sure we understand that that is a stipulation to the event, okay? The next thing, let's go ahead and talk about workshops. We are not quite sure 100% where we're going to set up the 2 different workshop spots at this point. It will be on the first floor of the hotel. It's not giant. It'll be easy to find. We'll put signs so that you know exactly where each are, right? And so there will be 2 courses going on at a time. I'll talk about the first one. I'll let Shannon talk about the second. So the first point from 4 o'clock to 4:45, there's going to be 2 classes. One is going to be Rope Bondage 101. Okay, that's taught by Siriana. Some of you have taken classes from her before, seen her work. She's been at our events. She's absolutely incredible at what she does, and she's a wonderful instructor. So I think you'll learn a lot there, even in a shortened time of 45 minutes. A recommendation that if you do plan to go to the rope bondage portion, you may consider getting some hanks of rope and having that there on hand, so that maybe if you'd like to practice there on your partner while she's teaching, she may very well give you the opportunity to do that and help lead you through some of that as well. So I would recommend, if that's of interest to you, to possibly be prepared for that. The next thing I'll talk about is the next class happening at the exact same time as Rope Bondage 101 is electro and sensory play. You are going to need to make a choice of which one of these is more interesting to you at the time. Later on at other events, you'll have the opportunity to maybe have the other class that you didn't get a chance to do at this time. But you do need to make a choice now, and that is rope bondage or electro and sensory. Electro and sensory is going to be taught by myself, actually. I know a lot of you have seen us do electro in our room during events and have enjoyed actually having it done, and then also have learned a lot. But I wanted, there's been enough interest that I wanted to actually do it in more of a workshop type environment, teach you not only about the equipment that might be needed to be able to do it, the safe ways to go about it, and ultimately the ways that you can have the best experience, not only practicing it, but also for your partner. Shannon will actually be there as the person that I'm actually practicing on, doing the demonstration for part of it. So you'll be able to see that as well. And of course, we'll have it upstairs as part of as part of the evening and whatnot during the hotel party as well.
During the room party. Now, I am actually quite disappointed. I will share with all of you. I am so disappointed. I tried to get Chris to volunteer to be the kind of receiver on the table while I did electro, and I wanted to wear a mad scientist costume and put him in Frankenstein, and he absolutely refused.
I said no. Many of you know that's not my bag. I'm happy to help you experience it. It's just not for me on the other side. Especially not with her, and she's quite the devil. Some of you can speak to that.
I can be, but not always. Not always.
All right. So, Shannon, do you want to talk about the next classes?
Yes. Let's flip back to my schedule real quick. Okay. So our, now you guys, I think Chris said you have to choose now. You don't have to choose this moment, but you'll have to choose obviously between the 2 classes. And part of that was just the matter of space, right?
And time.
Yeah. Space and time, trying to fit in as much as we could without interfering with the party and the reason we're all there. Right. But from 5 to 5:45, we'll have 2 other options. We'll have sensual movement taught by the amazing Ariel. Some of you are very familiar with Ariel, and they've even taken some of her courses before. So she will teach us how to move seductively. Amazing course. Kind of an abbreviated, version of a lot of the other courses. And then the second option during that time slot is going to be flogging doesn't have to hurt. So we have taught some of the impact classes in the past. And some people said, hey, flogging's just not really my thing, right? I'm not into pain. Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be all about pain either. It can be a very sensory or sensual experience as well. So we'll be able to show you that at the same time.
Yep, and that's going to be taught by Rev, who's done classes there for us as well at our place. People enjoyed those as well. He's very, very good at what he does. Extremely versed in a lot as far as BDSM and protocol and whatnot. So I think you'll enjoy that. he also will have somebody that he's doing a demonstration with as well. So you'll be able to see some of it. Okay. All right. Let's see. The next part, let's go ahead and talk about. Let me go ahead and get it here. All right. So the next thing is at 6 o'clock. This is for many of you that have sent us a lot of questions, both to Shannon and I and the other moderators. We always like to do a talk and a Q&A here at each of the takeovers to make sure that people that are new, that are coming into it, maybe have a bit of anxiety, know what to expect, right? And can help kind of just, ease into it, if you will, right? So Shannon and I will host that. We'll do a talk. Typically, there are other people that are veterans, both been in it longer than us, and some maybe not as long as us, and so on. But people that are very established in the lifestyle, there to help you get comfortable, right? So any questions you have, ask them. Be there, ask them. Sure, you have the opportunity now to ask questions. We want to get those answered. But surely something's going to come up the day of. If you've never been, come to that at 6 o'clock. Let's make sure to get any questions you have answered.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's just, you guys, it's also a great opportunity. One, if we haven't met you before, we would love to meet you, introduce you to some other folks within the group. You'll get a chance to meet some other people who are experiencing the same, same newness, right? Maybe their first hotel takeover or fairly new to the lifestyle as well. So it'll be a great opportunity, and you'll be able to ask questions and get our perspective, some of the other moderators' perspectives, and some other veterans as well will be there. So it's just kind of a smaller, more intimate meet and greet to kind of chat with others. So
that's right.
Yeah.
I think it helps, because as you guys know, here with Pineapple Playdate, one of our core things from the beginning, part of our mission, was welcoming new people into the lifestyle, right? When Shannon and I came back to Dallas after being gone for about 2-3 years, we came back to a different lifestyle community than what we left, right? And what we came back to was one that we found that we personally didn't feel was accepting of new people, and just wasn't overly welcome and positive. So we started Pineapple Playdate to do what we could to improve that, right? And so we always want to encourage anybody that's new to the lifestyle period at all, or new to parties. Come to these events. We want to help. We want to encourage you, help you have a good time. If we can help even 1, 2, 3, 10 of you avoid some of the pitfalls that can easily happen in the lifestyle, we'd like to do that, right? So, all right, let's go ahead and see what's next on the schedule here. Go ahead.
Okay, so at 7 o'clock, for those of you that have purchased VIP tickets, our VIP dinner will be in the ballroom. And you guys we'll have signs kind of, directing everybody where to go, for each event and whatnot. But there's only one ballroom here at this hotel. So the VIP dinner will take place there from 7 to 8.
Okay, perfect. All right. The next thing that we have on the schedule is going to start at 9 o'clock, okay? At 9 o'clock, we are going to have a meet and greet downstairs. There will be a bar set up there as well. And during that period, not only are we going to do a meet and greet, we'll have music going. Let's say hello. Let's start to get to know people, okay? Well, surely we'll have opportunities before that. But at this point, it's time to really get to know people. We would welcome everybody to please show up to that in costumes if you have them, okay? If you don't have costumes, come dressed to impress, right? Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, it's a classy event. We try to keep everything classy, so dress either in costume or to impress other people that, quite frankly, you might want to screw later, right? So, during that period, we are going to do the Halloween costume contest, right? Mm-hmm. I haven't seen costumes. Well, that's not true. People have shared some costumes with me, not all, but the ones I've seen, y'all, and the ones I've heard about, people are bringing their game. Yeah. Right?
It's one of my favorite holidays in the entire world, right? Of the year, I suppose. Yeah. I mean, I absolutely love Halloween. I love costumes. I love themes. That's part of why we do Pineapple Playdate the way we do. We've got a theme for every single event, for every single party, because I enjoy that so much. So that's kind of what I get out of it. So yep. Halloween is one of my favorites.
Halloween is definitely one of our favorites. We're gingers, so naturally St. Patty's Day, right?
Yeah.
And then for me, 4th of July will always be coming from a military family and so on. So
okay. Well, and my name is Snacks, so know I like to eat. So Thanksgiving is also one of my favorites.
That's right. All right. So somebody said they're wearing a thong. Awesome. I will likely be in a thong at some point. I'm pretty shy, so maybe not. I don't know. Next question we had there is the VIP dinner Is it going to be, do we wear costumes or something else? Probably something else. Come dressed to impress for that, and then maybe change. You have an hour after that to put costumes on. If you put a costume on and want to bring it and want to wear it at that time, we're not going to hate it, but we'll probably save them for after if possible. Okay.
Entirely up to you guys. Really, I mean, I will probably have a few wardrobe changes throughout the evening, so I imagine that many of you will as well.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So the last thing on this schedule is really kind of the main event, right? The floor party. So unlike some of the other parties, and certainly unlike New Year's Eve, which New Year's Eve will have a huge ballroom party. I think that one's 6,000 square foot party. Stage, DJ, dancers, all the stuff. This one is not going to have that. We're going to have the meet and greet, costume contest, and then go straight up to the floor party. So the floor party is primarily what we call the partiest floor, right? Typically happens, is the VIP floor. In this case, it is floor 5. So that will be the most decorated floor, probably. Certainly, we'll have music going, halls, rooms, and so on. We'll have shots in our room and various activities up and down the hall. So I encourage everybody that is on part of VIP and that is going to have a room on floor 5, really to decorate, go all out if you can, right? Decorate your room, invite people in, let's party, let's have a great time, right?
Yeah, we'll also be doing the door decorating contest as we have in the past. So there will be prizes and bragging rights for that as well.
Right. So let's talk about the door decorating contest. For those that have not been, I think a lot of people see on TikTok and whatnot, doors on cruises, swingers cruises, upside down pineapples. That being said, it goes way harder than that when you have swingers in a hotel with a party in that sense. So here are some examples of our last hotel party, the Tropical Vibes Takeover of doors. So this particular one here was the Love Shack. You can't see all the things that were around actually you can in the door around it. What you cannot see in this particular picture from the Love Shack was that they took their door decorating theme to a whole new level, had stations inside there special. I even got a sticker for participating in activities there in the Love Shack. So people take this very seriously and they come to win. And it's a great time and wonderful part of it. The last one, I especially liked this one as well. It was pretty awesome. Let's do that as well for this, right? Let's decorate doors, let's decorate rooms. People generally will have not only door decorations in the room, but a lot of times people have lighting. I go a little extra on this, and I do have stage lighting and whatnot in our room. We'll see what I have room for as well. So typically I have way more stuff than I actually have room for in the room, but we will see. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about a few things that are maybe not so fun to talk about, but are very, very important, okay? The first one I'm going to talk about pretty briefly, but it's very important, okay? Pineapple Playdate absolutely has an illegal drug policy, a ban on that, right? So we're not joking when it comes to that, and I think some individuals can share with you that if illegal drugs are found on the premises, if illegal drugs are smelled coming out of a room, or anything, these individuals will be asked to leave. They will be banned not only from this event, but all Pineapple Playdate events. Fact of the matter is, folks, is we don't care what you choose to do at home or on your own time, but at our events, we cannot take the risk of a party being shut down for, in this case, 350 people, okay? So let's just leave that at home. Let's not do that. If it's illegal, let's keep it out of there. Anything you want to add there?
Yeah, and hey, when things are legal, we'll welcome them to our parties. But in the meantime, they're not. And we have a contractual agreement with these hotels that we will do everything within our power and take full responsibility to remove people if there are any concerns. So.
Yep. And so it's a good time to mention also, those of you that have not been to our events, sorry, I got a puppy.
Sorry.
All right. For those of you that have not been to our events, we do have security, okay? We do hire security for our events that are there that should something happen. The reality is security is it's very rare that they've ever had to deal with anything at our parties. You people, as much debauchery as happens and as big of heathens as we all are, we do it typically in the right way, right? Without causing trouble. So they're there just in case something happens for protection and to enforce the rules. That's important.
To keep us all safe, right?
To keep us all safe. So let's go ahead and talk about this portion here that I think is extremely important, okay? So consent policy. All of you agreed to this when you bought your tickets. You actually had to click that you had read and went through the consent policy. I'm not going to go over this line by line. We've done it before. But the short of this consent policy, and I would recommend every one of you either read it now here on the screen or go ahead and go to our website, and in the footer, you can read it again, the consent policy, okay? The short of the consent policy, y'all, is don't touch without asking, okay? Get permission. The reality is getting consent is sexy and it's hot, right? So make sure that ask, hey, do you mind if I kiss you? Do you mind if I touch you? Do you mind if whatever, right? It's very, very important, especially in a day and age where you certainly do not want to be on the side of, on the wrong side of that, right? The law is not in your favor. And I'll tell you, our security will absolutely not be in your favor if there are consent violations and things happening that, quite frankly, we're not welcome. Shannon, do you want to?
No, just absolutely that. You guys, we want it to be a safe, comfortable space for everybody, right? We don't want you to come in and feel that you're going to be, violated, right, in any way at all. So, and if you feel that, during the party, you have any concerns at all, come up to us, come up to security, right? Any of our moderators or admins, right? And we'll handle situations immediately to make sure that everybody is, feel safe and comfortable throughout. We're here to have fun, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And so consent, as we just talked about and just going a little bit more with it, it does apply to both men. It does apply to women, mm-hmm. right? I think people that have been in the lifestyle a very long time will tell you that it quite often happens from women, touching, grabbing, things of that nature toward men, just as it happens the other way, right? And so let's make sure that both groups get consent when you do it. The other thing I will say about consent is just because maybe at our last hotel party or the last time you saw somebody, you had consent to do something, that does not mean you have consent this time, okay? Correct. You need to gain consent early and often to make sure that all is on the up and up, okay? Just like I said, just if you had it before, don't assume anything, okay? Always check on that. The other is consent can change at any time. If somebody pulls consent in the middle of something, maybe they said at the beginning, yeah, I'm down for whatever, right? Whatever act. And it starts, and then they change their mind and decide, nope, I'm not into it anymore. I want this to end. It had better end immediately, okay? Whatever that is, okay? It can get consent, like I said, early and often. If it changes, mm-hmm. It changes. Now, it is our all responsibility as well that if we are uncomfortable with something, that we use our words and communicate that as well to stop the situation, okay? In real time as it goes, okay? All right. Enough about the stuff that's not so fun. So why don't we go ahead and, at this point, answer some questions. Does anybody have any questions we can
I think there's a couple things that I missed along the way. First of all, hey, Jesse, if you volunteer, I will put you on that electro table.
She will, absolutely.
Yeah. And then the VIP dinner, for those of you, I think most of you know Aaron and Nikki, but those that don't, Aaron and Nikki, the Maverick Chef, are the ones that are going to be providing our VIP dinner. So hopefully that'll be fantastic. I think he's pretty busy the rest of the year, but I mean, if you need something for Thanksgiving or holiday, you should reach out to him. He also was the one that did, for those of you that attended Eyes Wide Shut at the Lorenzo, he was the one responsible for not even our charcuterie board, our charcuterie room.
A charcuterie room, the whole damn room.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll post a video if anybody wants to see that.
It was pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. That was besides the people, that was my favorite part of the whole. It was
absolutely her favorite part. Yeah. Her favorite things are snacks and puppies.
Yeah, that's
certainly
true.
Not me.
That's
all right.
True. Oh, come on. It might be a three-way tie.
All right. Were there any other questions we need to get answered? Last call, everybody. All right. All right, y'all. This is going to be an awesome party. I am super, super excited. A lot of you we haven't seen in a long time. We have not been able to see you guys individually, one-off, and I'm really happy to see you guys now. Now, one of the questions that was just asked is our drinks allowed in the ballroom. In the ballroom, there will be bars set up.
Yes.
Okay, there will be bars. So TABC, not us, TABC says no, absolutely not. You cannot bring your own booze where booze is in fact, and there is a bar. So no, we cannot take our own booze down to the first floor. Past the first floor, north of that, do whatever you want, right? Have it in your room. Have your booze, what you want. Now let's go ahead and talk about that actually real quick, and then there's another question. What we didn't talk about was what I think is the lifesaver to all hotel parties, and that is everybody considers and thinks when they have a hotel party, hey, I'm going partying, let me have all the party stuff, right? Party stuff including whatever toys you want, whatever decorations you want, and of course your booze. But nobody tends to remember, oh, I better get some bottled water or snacks.
Yeah, good idea, right?
Yeah, so at the end of the day, if you're drinking a lot, first of all, this is a marathon, this is not a sprint. Right, we're starting at 3 o'clock that day. Some of you will likely have started before that at lunch, right? Who knows? But at the end of if you're going to have the best experience possible, I would eat often, have snacks in your room, and absolutely have bottled water, iced in, okay? And be drinking that. I am not shots guy. But
not at all.
If you happen to come to my room, there probably will be shots.
There will be shots in our room.
Yeah.
There will be shots in our room.
So I like shots.
Yeah.
But what I also do is I typically drink shots, but not necessarily anything in between, right? So do shots, drink water, shots, drink water. That's my strategy, and it works really well for me, right? Not only to have a great time the entire night, but feel better tomorrow. So I would recommend that everybody do stock your room with snacks and waters and whatever else care things you need. Anything you want to add?
Yeah, so just one thing. I know that a lot of people will like to do Uber Eats, right? To bring food in maybe for dinner.
Not happening.
Yeah, you guys, they won't be able to, especially since we're going to have so much going on in the lobby. You will have to, if you do that, you'll just have to meet them outside dressed. You have to be dressed if you go outside to collect your food, right? They won't be able to bring it into the lobby. They won't be able to take it upstairs because we will be partying throughout this entire hotel, right? We will have curtains up to protect the public from our,
Right.
from us, right? But I know that a lot of people do that. So snacks are great. You want to order a pizza, that's fine, but you'll have to go out just outside the front doors to collect it from them.
Yeah, which is a good time to mention also, one of the unique things about Pineapple Playdate takeovers that, very rarely have we seen one around the country even, but certainly not in this area, is that we do the entire takeover of the hotel, right? Which means everybody there is lifestyle and part of it. Now, the advantage to that, one major advantage to that is freedom. Once you are past set curtains, you can be as naked as you wish to be, have as much clothes or not as you want. So that means if you're going between floors or moving around, you don't have to put clothes on to do that. The exception being if you call Uber Eats, you have to meet them outside and you better put some damn clothes on. Because if you go on the other side of the curtains that we have set up without clothes on, the security is going to have a problem with it, right? So let's just not do that. And the other part is we want to go back to the hotel. Right. Yeah.
Actually, every hotel we've been in has absolutely invited us back. We found that some are better than others. We've received a lot of feedback from you guys, and we're continuing to look for some in, different areas so we can provide a little bit of variety and a different atmosphere. Some are great for huge ballroom parties. Some are great for pool parties. And we'll continue to explore some more as well. All right. Wait a second. Taco truck.
This rumor.
Taco truck.
There's not going to be a taco truck, but if Jerry happens to show up with 400 tacos, I wouldn't hate it. That being said, somebody mentioned that they did order pizza at 3 a.m. at the last party. Yeah. They did, and I'll tell you a quick story about that. First of all, that security guard or that pizza man was escorted out by security, and he had a very bewildered look on his face as Josh and I went downstairs to handle something that needed to be handled with management. And as I got off the elevator, wearing only a pink man thong, the pizza man was standing right there and just was like, what the fuck is happening? I think he was questioning his entire life. But as I went back upstairs, security had him and was escorting him out. That man may never be the same. Okay, so let's just not put people through that. Make sure you go outside.
I know that we like to shock vanillas. I know that we all do.
It's always a good time, but let's not.
But let's not.
Any other questions we need to answer? Last call, y'all.
Let's see. Kelly asked about trick or treating. Oh, there's going to be a lot of trick or treating.
There will be a lot of tricks, I'm sure.
Yes, it will be a cash bar in the ballroom.
Yep. Cash bar in the ballroom. On that, somebody said no open carrying. I think that's obvious. Probably a bad idea. Okay. What else we got here? All right. I think we caught up on questions unless anybody has any else. Do you have anything you'd like to add?
I don't think so. I think we've covered most everything. Other than
okay,
if you guys just have, oh yeah.
There's a question. Somebody said they're fucking in the elevator.
Yeah.
Do not fuck in the elevator. The reality is when you fuck in the elevator, when you get vigorous with that action, which I hope you all do, you will break the elevator. In which case, then we have stairs only between 5 floors of a hotel.
Yeah, we don't want to do
and that just absolutely fucking sucks. So
no. You can fuck in the stairwell. You can fuck in the stairwell. Not very comfortable, but you can if you want to.
Yeah, we might. Fuck in the stairwell.
Yeah.
Knock that off your list.
Yeah.
All right. And no, yes, that is correct. Somebody said no flirting with security. That is correct. Right. Security will not fuck you. I understand, ladies, that you love men in uniform and ladies in uniform. I dig it. Too. But no, do not try to fuck security. It will not happen. Okay. I think that's about it, right?
Yeah, I think that's about it. Other than if you guys have any other questions, you think of anything in the meantime, please reach out to Chris or I or one of our moderators. We'd be happy to answer any questions you guys have before the party.
Yep. Our room during the party will be open for you guys to party. So come on up. We'll have electros set up. We'll have all sorts of floggers and impact and all sorts of fun stuff. And we welcome everybody to come up, do shots, and have fun with us. So if you just need a place to hide out and you want to chill, Shannon will probably have snacks and be doing the same, right? So come up, relax. If you get overwhelmed, let us know. We're happy to help you as well. So all right, that closes us out for today. Look forward to partying with you guys, everybody. See you either Friday if you're staying at the hotel on Friday. For anybody that is not staying on Friday currently, if you want, there are reservations available there for the night if you want. Otherwise, we'll see everybody at 3 o'clock on Saturday.
Okay. Awesome.
Hope you guys have a good day.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.